What's up, guys? This is Damien J. This is the morning drive for April 28th, 2024. This is a setup for my reaction video that I did on YouTube. If you're listening on the podcast, you might want to go to that to check it out, but I did want to kind of intro it. A little background on this. This is one of my more popular videos. I am trying to relaunch the site, and I wanted to take a look at how I reacted to things 6 years ago and compare them to how I react to things now. Very interesting how it turned out. That video won't be in here. It will be on the podcast for the audio. This is more of a setup for the YouTube page itself. So went back in time, took a look at it. I'd like you to, hop down into the description below. There will be a link to the full video. This video itself is just going to be me basically telling you I went back and I reviewed the comments. I went back and I took a look at the comments because there were a lot of people out there who seem to have a lot of these things, and I wanted to contextualize it a little bit more, being that this video took place 6 years ago. I've changed a lot in the last 6 years. Which is funny, I changed a lot, but the way that I feel about this particular subject is still very much spot on. 6 years ago, I was a totally different person, but I still feel exactly the same about what I feel now. So by all means, drop into the description below. Go ahead and check out the full video. But this video right here, I'm just gonna go over the comments because a lot of people had a lot of things to say, and I wanted to cover all of those things. So I hope you enjoy the morning drive being back, and yeah, let's just roll that beautiful bean footage. All right. They only contact you when they want to drive somewhere but don't want to pay for gas. I like these because, like, I tapped in definitely to something here, right? Like, people really had kind of some struggles, and it's fun to, like, kind of look at it because you can almost picture what these people look like in your head. I'm not going to be judgmental by any means, but I'm just going to say gas money. Yeah, there's a certain age where you get to where gas money really isn't important, but I would say more importantly than the gas aspect of it, it's really the more than the gas aspect of it, it's really the inconvenience, right? Like, gas is, I don't care. Gas money, I don't care, but I get it. Like, I get it. I cut them off. Everybody I help, they betray me afterwards. I keep my circle small, right? 18 likes on this one. I agree. I think, again, don't know what that means. Somebody's going to have to tell me. I think, if you're over trusting, but I think it's also about expectation. Like, I think if you're expecting somebody to be a good person after, what you're going to find 9 times out of 10 is that doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. I think there's a thing in Bronx Tale, and maybe I'll add it here, and I think it's worth talking about. Guy's chasing the guy down the street. He's upset because he owes him like $20, $50. Can't remember what the price was. And the main character, well, not the main gangster, kind of pulls him aside. Can't remember his name. I want to say it's Sonny. Can't remember. Tells him, hey, bro, like, why are you chasing this guy over this amount of money? Well, he owes me money. It's like, well, just think of it this way. You just paid X amount of dollars to keep this person out of your life forever. So every time he sees you, he's going to duck you. You're never going to have to worry about him again. He's never going to ask you for money again because his expectation is, oh, money. So, hey, if you go into it with that mentality, worth knowing. So.
Louis, my grandmother's sick. I got to get out of here. I'll talk to you later. I can't. I gotta go do something. Where's my fucking money? Fucking dead when I catch you, you piece of shit.
See, come here. Get over here.
Fucking crazy, this kid.
The kid wants his fucking money. So we're gonna...
He owes me money.
Hit him with a fucking bat.
I come all over the fucking block. What are you kidding me?
Is that the advice you give the kid? Is that the advice, you fucking hoodlums? What's the matter?
This guy Louis Dumps over here, he owes me $20. It's been 2 weeks now, and every time he sees me, he keeps dodging me.
Yeah.
He's becoming a real pain in the ass. I mean, should I crack him one or what?
What's the matter with you? What have I been telling you? Sometimes hurting somebody ain't the answer. First of all, is he a good friend of yours?
Nah, I don't even like him.
You don't even like him. There's your answer right there. Look at it this way. It costs you $20 to get rid of him. Right? He's never gonna bother you again. He's never gonna ask you for money again. He's out of your life for $20. You got off cheap. Forget it.
You're always right. You're always right.
Yeah, I'm always right.
Good rule to live by. Never ask for more than you're willing to give 100%, right? Never ask for more than you're willing to give. I'm going to get some troll comments in here too, so this will be interesting. 100%. Like, if you're going to be a good person, be a good person. And then the same thing, like, be self-sufficient. If you're self-sufficient, you never have to worry about a thing, right? So, worth noting. Let's see. I needed this. I'm 28. This is a year ago, so they're 29 now, I'm assuming. Just graduated from grad school, single, and my friend circle is quickly diminishing as the season of like tends to be life. I bet I meant to say tends to be hectic. Parents aging, yeah. Friends, acquaintance moving away, starting job, marrying. My anxiety is so bad, but I'm having to cut many people out. I would love to hear an update from you. Just because, you know, that's a year ago for you. This was 6 years ago for me. I can be honest and tell you, like, my life was kind of going through this same thing. You know, my mom is old. She had, like, the Whipple surgery. You know, all these things were happening. Found the love of my life. We got married. COVID happened in that time. So it was, like, crazy, all these things. And, yeah, I'd love to see where you're at now. I mean, I will write you in this and kind of show you the new video, and if I can remember the time, I'll kind of check in. But I kind of want to see where you're at, because I really like the idea of, you know, that 5-year thing that I talked about earlier, people growing. This was on point from beginning to end. Thank you. I'm kind of surprised that I still agree with everything I said here, because I've changed a lot. Stapleton, thanks for this video. I just found it. Had an argument with one of these people earlier. Funny, I was the last person they texted. I wasn't even their first choice, and they hardly ever speak to me on the regular. When I said no, they lost their shit on me. This person, who, by the way, the last time they spoke to me was almost a month ago to the day, and the last time was asking me for something too. They got angry at me this time and asked why I was so willing to do things for my... Interesting. I don't have the rest here. Must have truncated you here. That's typically how it is, man. You know, low-class people are going to be low-class, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was, like, around their payday. People are going to be people, like, you know, and I guess the softer side of me 6 years later would say we don't know what their journey is. Like, maybe they were addicted to drugs, or maybe they were just having a hard time, or maybe they were unemployed. Like, cool. Again, kind of loops back to what we were saying before, like, why make that other people's problems, you know? Anyway, it's shit when people do that. Agreed. Some people want a babysitter, not a friendship that spend time together. I'm gonna take this two different ways. Like, they want you to babysit them. I could see that. They need a babysitter. I could see that as well. But yeah, the people that matter, you know, you're going to spend time with them, and there's going to be no question about that. All right. You're right. It's low class. It's interesting how people will ask you for help with something that they don't want to do themselves, or if you go out of your way to help them with something they cannot do themselves, you know good and well how human nature is with regard to them doing the same for you. You don't depend upon them because the excuses would be innumerable. It's true. I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta depend on you. It's something that I kind of learned when I got out of the military. You know, I had this military entitlement. I felt like everybody owed me something. And what I found is if you just start working hard, good things happen. Same thing why I'm doing the show again. I'm doing the show again because a lot of good things have happened in my life. I'm not driving that same piece of shit Ford. I'm driving a used vehicle still. You know, it's my wife's old car, so it's you know, I've always been kind of like whatever when it comes to, you know, how I get around. But life has changed significantly for me. So anyway, so completely true. Thank you. Word, seriously well put. Thank you. Thanks, man. This was helpful. Thank you. Perfect video. some sound quality issues there, and probably could use a little love. Probably NPD, yeah. Narcissistic personality disorder is what they're talking about. Bipolar disorder, definitely. NPD people are insane. Again, don't know their journey. I'm not here by any means to, what's the word? Be their doctor. It's, prescribe them medication. But like, what you're gonna find as well in life is that, and I had to find this out for myself too, is that you got to be willing to change. You have to be willing to kind of look at yourself and say, what do I need to do better? What do I need to do different? That will help immensely in your journey as well. I got this dry skin on my lip and it's driving me crazy, but I can't do anything about it now. We've probably been staring at it for like 3 hours, thinking I got the herp blurb or some shit. Real friends won't use you. True. New from second one, it was a girl. Brutal. I've had dude friends do that to me too, bro. I mean, we don't need to make it about sex. People who suck. I would say, sure, sure. I guess that happens sometimes. I think that happens a lot of times when people think they're emotionally invested in you, which that's what kind of really bothered me about it, is that like it wasn't like me and this girl ever hooked up where there were any kind of like feelings there or anything like that. This was definitely one of those things where, she hooked me up with some schoolwork. I've hooked her up with some schoolwork. And then this was kind of like outside of the realm of what was typical. And then the reaction was just so visceral, for lack of a better word, like so much anger in it. And it was just like, why are you mad? And then it got me mad, anyway. They're the same people that never pull out their wallets when someone goes out to eat together, never host holidays, never bring anything to the get-together, selfish losers. Usually when you're a good person to people, it doesn't create a reciprocal relationship. It's just their cue to take advantage. I agree. But I would also say, back to what I said before, you should never do anything with the expectation of getting something in return, right? That whole thing that I said about From the Bronx Tale, it's like he was expecting this person to pay it back. It's like, if you're going to do a good thing, do a good thing. You don't have to record your good deeds. I hate that shit. You don't have to record your good deeds. You don't have to do it. You don't have to brag about your good deeds, because then they're no longer good. The second you record a good deed or you brag about the good deed or anything like that, that good deed is null and invalid. It's, who cares, right? You're the dick. Just gonna say it. So worth noting that as well. I'm not saying you're a dick, Sarah J. I'm just saying, like, be self-sufficient, do the things, like, this person should be doing those things to do them. Like, if I'm going to pay for everybody's lunch, I'm doing it, and there's no expectation of, oh, you owe me the next time. If I bring you a Christmas gift, there's no expectation of you should give one back to me. I don't really care about those things anymore, because I think holding on to things like that just make you a bad person. They make you bad, because then you're expecting things, and then you're trying to, again, it goes back to entitlement. You're starting to feel entitled for something. That's okay, but is your family member going to pay your bill if you get fired? I'm not sure about what bill means, and I don't know if they're talking about the comment above. Doesn't look like it. 9 days ago, 5 months ago. So I'm not sure what you're saying. Some family members will, take care of you. I guess maybe this means, like, if I had to do something for a family member and had to leave. Again, don't know what your journey is like. Maybe your family isn't exactly the one that's, and you need to be cognizant of that. Like, honestly, you need to really go, what family members are, because you're going to have black sheep no matter what. I was the black sheep in my family. I used to ask for favors, used to ask for money, used to do all those things. I'm an only child, really entitled. Kind of had to grow out of that. So don't know what your journey is, friend. If you get, I would say definitely the difference would be a family member would have more means to help you than a person who was just, an acquaintance like this person was, to do their bed thing. Like, yeah. What if it's family? Oh, I commented back. This is 3 years ago. Let's see what I said. That's tough. How many times have they done it? For me, it's a family member as well. It happens pretty often. And if whatever they want done, I don't do, today turned into the devil, makes them crazy. Yeah, screw them. I've only been used and abused by family, close friends to me. And just because you're technically related, it doesn't mean they're family in terms of what that word means. I mean, that's kind of what I say in this video, is like, friends who are family are the ones that show up. But again, don't expect people to show up for you. Like, if you start waiting for that, it's just entitlement. And in order to be better than those people, you have to be better for yourself. I think that's the nicest way to put it. The bottom one says, I'm getting tired of this. Don't know your journey, Terrence. Again, it's kind of like the ongoing theme here. Like, I think really reevaluate some of the things, put the attention on you, do good things when you can. And, you know, I'm not a huge believer in karma. I don't think that karma is one for one by any means. I think it comes in bunches, just like anything else. You know, I see bad people become billionaires all the time, and I'm like, how the F does this person become a billionaire and they're such a piece of shit? And it's like, maybe because they're a piece of shit, or maybe because they're getting everyone else's good karma and everyone else is getting their bad karma, right? Like, I always think that karma works like energy. Whatever energy goes out, it has to land somewhere, and it doesn't mean that it's a one-for-one return to you. But anyway, this was a lot of fun, kind of going back through, checking out one of my old videos. I was really curious of what I was going to see here. As always, you can follow me on the snaps, the tweets, and the grams, apparently. I'm not going to be on Snapchat. I've deleted that. The tweets, I don't use Twitter. You have a better chance of finding me, reaching out to me on either the email, themorningdrive.co@gmail.com. You have a better shot of reaching out to me on Instagram by writing in one of my posts, because if you go in my DMs, I probably won't see it. You got a better shot of finding me on my Facebook page, because I have to watch those things like a hawk for my bourbon channel. Otherwise, people will try to sell bourbon on those pages. So you probably got a better shot of reaching me there. Pretty much at Damian J at everything. So as I said earlier, at DAMIANJAY, because I love you guys. Thanks for riding with me, and what drives you?